You open your phone to check a single email, and 45 minutes later, you're deep in a scrolling loop, feeling a tight knot of anxiety in your chest. The human brain processes roughly 70,000 separate thoughts every single day. Most of that energy is spent reacting to external noise or anxiously predicting what happens next, rather than anchoring into the present moment. The antidote to this exhaustion is the monk mind. Instead of swimming wildly from distraction to distraction, this mindset focuses on the root of an issue, utilizing objective observation and emotional detachment to find actual clarity. To prove this is a physical state and not a metaphor, researchers at the University of Wisconsin attached an EEG device to a Tibetan monk named Yongey Mingyur Rinpoche. This visualization compares standard chaotic brainwave frequencies on the left with the monk's reading on the right. Despite remaining perfectly still, the monk drew on his 62,000 hours of practice to generate a sudden, massive spike in synchronized gamma activity on cue. This level of control shows that a calm mind is an acquired physical rewiring of the brain. You can actively train your neurological pathways to eliminate anticipatory anxiety and build intense, deliberate focus. If the science shows we can train our brains to find peace, why do we struggle so much to simply sit still and control our impulses? The ancient Upanishads model this using a chariot. Your physical body, 5 horses represent your senses, pulling wildly toward external stimuli. The reins are your mind. The driver is your intellect. When the intellect sleeps, the reins go slack, dragging the body wherever they please. Waking up that intellect requires auditing the default values that creep into your life unnoticed. Researchers estimate the average person will spend roughly 11 years of their life passively consuming television and social media. Our time and financial habits reveal our values. A 60-minute lunch with parents feels like an eternity, while TV flies by. We'll drop $4 daily on coffee, but dismiss an extra $1.50 for fresh, healthy food. To stop your senses from steering you into exhaustion, your intellect has to actively wake up, pull back on the reins, and parent that impulsive mental chatter back into alignment. Monks retrain the brain using a 3-step framework. First, spot. Use awareness to catch a negative thought. Next, stop. Pause and breathe deeply to cut off the emotional reaction. Finally, swap. Replace that knee-jerk reaction with a purposeful response. Implementing this framework doesn't destroy the childlike spontaneity of your mind. Instead, it trains your intellect to filter those impulses, giving you the necessary space to make deliberate decisions and grow. Once you quiet the internal noise, you can direct that focused energy outward. This brings us to the concept of discovering your Dharma. This Venn diagram illustrates Dharma as an exact intersection. It is the precise overlapping point where your natural skills, your deep passions, and the active needs of the world all meet. The highest expression of living your Dharma is seva, or selfless service. Giving your time and energy to others without expecting anything in return dismantles the false ego and is a proven method for reducing anxiety and depression. You can start building this habit today with the radius of care exercise. Sometime this week, perform one small, entirely unprompted act of service for a colleague, for a neighbor, or a stranger. To help you maintain this system, we've consolidated these steps into a single daily checklist. You can screenshot this right now to remind yourself to breathe and calm the horses. Audit your values to wake the driver. Use spot, stop, swap to steer the chariot, and practice seva to reach your destination. Adopting this mindset doesn't require you to abandon the modern world and move to a mountaintop. It requires you to master your internal world so you can finally be of genuine, focused use to the people around you.